All right, good afternoon. The Chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, our legal department, co-comrades and legal viewers. I am Mrs. Solution, alive from the KJ Allen Avenue branch. Have a case of death recovery reported by one Mr. Osonlonge Abule Rashid against Mr. Jackson Ugbada. The both parties are live in our office. Kindly join us for a peaceful interview and a peaceful resolution. Visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng and kindly note the parties give their audio consent, not a video. Please join us as we interview them for a peaceful resolution. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Shologe, can we hear from you? Please be audible enough to enable us hear you out and have a better understanding.
Good afternoon. As I work with NATO Energy for 6.5
I
years.
cannot hear you, and you know this is
I said I work with NATO Energy for 6.5 years.
6.5 years.
Yes.
As what?
As a relationship manager, then later operation.
You said what? You know you
As a
don't have
relationship manager.
relationship
later,
manager.
Yes, but later I combined my relationship management to work with operation.
How?
But I was in the field. When the field officer has resigned, then I was transferred to combine that with my
Officially, or you just choose to do that?
officially. Officially.
Can I have your employment letter? I need photocopy of this, please. Go ahead.
Okay, so when I joined, I was working and I was in operations.
Speak up.
I was working with him for 6 years with NATO Energy. But in the course of that, during the 6 years of working, pensions were deducted from our monthly salaries. And we hope that we open an account that the pension will be paid into the account. Unfortunately, no payment was made to the account. And each time we asked, the MD will tell us that we should not worry, that whenever we decide to leave, that he will give us the money on cash or he paid into the account. But on the 15th of April, I resigned, and I told him about, and immediately I resigned, he asked me that, I asked him that I wanted to, because of the condition of my appointment letter, that I must notify the company 2 weeks before my resignation. I said, okay, no problem. And I notified him that I'm resigning at the end of April. But because he said no, he doesn't want me to wait before till the end of that month, that I'm free to go, since I said I want to go and I can go. And I said, okay, no problem, and I left. But before I left, I asked him that, what about my outstanding salaries and the pension that he promised to pay? He said he paid it. Up to this moment, I've not gotten anything. The pension, neither the outstanding salaries.
When did you leave?
I left 15th of April.
Of this year?
Yes.
With notice?
Yes, ma'am.
How many months notice?
I gave, no, according to my appointment letter, it's 2 weeks notice. And the 2 weeks, I put it down in my resignation letter that I want you to. I want to complete the 2 weeks.
Speak up.
That I will need to complete the 2 weeks. To volunteer the 2 weeks to complete my according to honor the 2 weeks because of my appointment letter. But he said no, there was no need for that. That I can go this and that. I said no problem. The following day I still went back to the office and resumed normally, and he said no, there's no need that I can go. That he has free me to go, that I can go. So as a result of that, I thought maybe he want to use the 2 weeks I worked for him before in that month to cover the 2 weeks. That's why I didn't include it in my claim.
So how much in total are you claiming?
I'm claiming 770,375 naira.
700 and
70,375 naira.
how did you have the breakdown?
Yes. The breakdown was the outstanding salary
Speak up.
the outstanding salary of 3 months and outstanding of 20,000.
Hmm?
Outstanding salary of 3 months and
How much is your monthly salary?
actually it's supposed to be 65, but it has been 60,000. But I said I claim 60,000 for 3 months. That is 180, and I'm owing him initially. This is how it happened. Last year he was owing me 100,000, but he gave me some money to work for him after he collected part of it, and he said I should keep the balance, which is 80,000. So if I deduct the 80,000 from the 100,000 he was owing me, we have 20,000 left. If I add the 20,000 to the 3 months salary that he was owing me, it will be 200,000 altogether. And the pension is every month is 7,300
60,000.
Yes, for 3 months plus
180.
yes.
Pension is how much?
Pension is 7,312 naira 50 kobo monthly.
7,000.
7,312 naira 50 kobo monthly times 6.5 years.
You arrive at how much?
770,375 naira.
Making total of
That's the total of everything. The pension itself is 570,375.
770,555.
The pension is 570,375 plus the 200,000.
500 and what?
570,375 naira plus the outstanding the salary of 200,000.
200 or 180.
180 is owing me 20,000 from last year.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
Okay. Let's hear out from you. Can you respond, please?
Well, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Jackson, and I represent Nayitu Energy Limited.
Represent?
Nayitu Energy Limited.
Okay.
Rashid Osonlonge has actually worked with me for close to the number of years I carried as over 6 years with me. And January last year, so he came and said he wants to resign. And I said, why? He said, well, the salary is not forthcoming, but the company used to do very well. And when the country was facing a lot of when the country was facing a lot of downsizing, it affected us because I'm into energy, and a lot of staff have to leave. Just remaining myself and him. He was employed not as an operation person; he was employed as a marketer, and it was just me and him. So he came last January and said he wanted to leave because I'm owing him. I said, no, you don't have to leave. I have a plan, and that he will work with me for a while. My natural person will not just want you to go without gaining anything. And then we reached an agreement and we continued. He was the only work person in the office. I was on the field because I do some other business too. So we moved to a particular place where we just another side of our business. So he followed me there. After a while, when the office from morning to evening, he just walked into my office and gave me a letter that he's resigning. So you are resigning? So yes. I said, but I've been in the office. It's like a family business now. You did not discuss with me. You just bring in a letter. I said, that is too much of a country. I don't take people for granted, and it would be bad if you take me for granted for after 6 years. And he said, well, you want to go. And before then, some staff told me that he has discussed with them, and I told him, it's wrong. You are supposed to walk up to me. That life doesn't end here. I need to give you my blessing when you are going to. And he said, well, it's leaving. So I said, okay, if you are leaving, there's no need to have the 2 weeks worked anymore. We can always cover up some of those things. And he asked for his outstanding, and I said, it to be looked into. So I was surprised when I got a call from here that a staff of mine came to report me, and I asked who. He said him. So I picked interest in it. I would have said, okay, let somebody represent me. But I said I want to sit with him to let me know why exactly, since he left on that 16th, he has not put a call to me. He has not asked me what is happening, why his money has not come in. And then coming to human rights to report me. I said, well, it's quite interesting. Let me come to get to know
If there's more to it.
if there's more to it. And to be very candid, I own nothing against it. My pain, why I decided to come, is because I take care of this guy like a brother. He wear my clothes. His children wear my clothes for 6 years. And if after then, Rashid cannot discuss with me to say, sir, you are owing me this money. Let us sit down. When will it be convenient to be paid? But he came straight to report me. I wouldn't know whether there's more to it. But like I told you, pension was deducted for like 3 years. I was the one that's okay, we will pay it anytime you want it. If not, anytime you are going, if you want it to be paid to the pension or if you want it to be paid to you directly, I will look into it and do it. And for the past 3 years, it was just myself and him. So I don't know how managed is calculating pension for 6 years. As for the salary, until he give me the breakdown, I wouldn't know the exact amount that is outstanding.
How constant were you paying his salary?
I was, like I said, he worked with me for 6.5 years. According
How much
to
did you started with?
I started with 65,000.
65,000.
Yes.
And for the
I
past
want
6
to,
years,
I
the
want to say,
salary
I
was
want
not
to tell
reviewed.
you, I want to tell you something.
Yes.
He's here. You can go and bring the record. For close to 4 years, he has not brought a time as a marketer. I was the one doing the job.
The marketing, there should be, if I go through the employment data, there should be a clause where if you
No,
perform.
we deal on petroleum product. We supply product. And what you're supposed to do is to go outside, get LPO, and then we service them.
Hold on. You employed him as a marketer? You were employed as a marketer?
Relationship officers.
Huh?
Relationship manager. I'm talking about customers. Most of the customers that we have, I'm supposed to be maintaining because of his own, the way he had his own.
His employment letter stated relationship manager.
Yes, we manage these clients.
He managed clients, that is, he should be in the office and attend to clients that come to the office, or he has to be a field work. Is this stated?
No, it has his job descriptions that are stated clearly.
Okay, outside that, I believe the 60,000 should be his basic salary.
Yes.
Whereas other performance would be like an added advantage to a percentage or that he should be getting from his field work.
No, there's nothing like that.
There's nothing like that. No. Do you also state in your employment letter that if customers are not coming in or you are not able to provide a single customer to the company, you will not be paid? Is this stated in his employment letter?
No. But he has his job description on what is expected of you as a relationship manager. That he's supposed to go out and bring clients in and be serviced them.
But has he not been going out?
It's here. You can ask him.
No, he is your staff. Has he not been going out?
I'm not sure he has been going out of late.
Well, at what point did you notice that he has not been going out?
It's been a long time, and if he can tell you the truth, I've called him several times to my office, and I told him, Rashid, you have never brought a business transaction that we are unable to service before. So go out. Sometimes we talk about price. I said, it will not be an issue. You go out first, bring the client. If I said I don't have money to service them, then it's a different ballgame. But it hasn't been forthcoming.
But did you also consider if the clients were not convinced with his own marketing strategy, was he trained?
Yes.
How many months training?
He was trained on the job, and he also went. He went for other training outside.
Outside the country?
No, here.
How many months training? That's what I'm saying.
I can't remember.
For 6 years, how many times did you go for training?
I only went on a relationship management training for just 3 days.
Huh?
For just 3 days.
3 days.
Yes, and I wasn't trained by anybody. I used my own initiative. And it's not as if I didn't have customers. Even till I left, I got the customer before I left on the month that they see, I think they see service there. After I resigned, they still call me, I refer them to the company. And apart from the fact that the old customer that we have, instead of us, because of his own character and the way he managed them, that's why many of them choose not to.
Can he be very
That's,
careful?
that's why many of them choose not to patronize us anymore. Because even till now, there is still a customer that if I call him today, he will still pick my call, but instead he can't do business with us because of my boss.
How?
Because he said my boss, the way he talked to them, the way he react to them, they can.
How did they react to them? Give one instance.
For instance, if a customer is owing us and you ask him to go and collect the money from them, you ask him to go and sit there, to go and wait with them in the office there, and I can be in the office from morning till evening. And at times, if I couldn't get it, you shout at me, you shout at the customer. And many of them said, no, you can't be doing business like that. If they are on you, we have at that time that, okay, if they can't pay today, we'll pay tomorrow. But instead of him to listen, we'll be putting them under pressure. And many of them say, as a result of that, they can't continue the business.
And possibly he's under pressure too.
Yeah, I understand.
If he's under pressure, you have to put who is owing him under pressure. So pressure, you can. I can't be under pressure and allow my debtors to just be working free all over.
I understand that, and that's the more reason I'm putting my best to make sure that those people will.
But were you condemning him to the clients?
No. I've never discussed it with any of the clients, but that's what they tell me personally each time I visit them. And apart
what kind of relationship do you have with the client that they have to discuss your boss with?
Because most of them, they know me, they don't know him. But it got to a point that when I started begging them that, why are you doing this to me? Please, I need this market to give to my person, I can make business, and do business. But many of them say, no, the issue is not personally with me because of the kind of relationship I've created with them. And the more reason I don't go out regularly is because when we started, we used to have a pool car. But if you do the pool car from us, he didn't give us anything. He just asked me to walk around in the sun. And most of the time when I'm going to the customer,
were you mobilized?
What? No.
Were you mobilized cash?
Occasionally, not every time. Most of the time I use my money and it will refund me at times. And times I'm not getting anything.
Did the company have a problem?
Problem in terms of what?
Revenue.
When at the time when we don't have any customer again, we still service one customer. And that was why I was in operation. That's why I was one million loaded for the only customer we are servicing.
Okay. You, Mr. Jackson, you said his pension was just 3 years. How did he start counting 3 years? Why?
Okay, because as at that time, it was just myself and him. And if I understand the law of pension very well, it has to be a certain number of staff for you to be able to pay the pension. And quickly, let me respond to what he just said. I'm not going to speak ill about him. That's why I asked him to withdraw the word, telling me my character. Nobody.
Was that what he said?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
It's on audio. So he has worked with me. I will not tell him against him. But when you talk about customers, my relationship with customers, if any of my former staff said, I will tell you, I don't interfere. We have a particular customer which is Vital Construction. That is the only customer that will tell us they will pay in 2 weeks. And over a month, they won't pay. They will request for another product. Maybe when they pay that particular truck of 7 million, they say give them immediately. And so for a period of time, this is somebody who I call to my office and we analyze things. I said we cannot continue. It means that they are using our money to trade for a year plus. Sometimes 23 million, sometimes 20 million. And I said, if it is so, it is better we don't transact with them. That is the only man I talk to as part of the plan that he's talking about. And you know, WhatsApp doesn't die. All the messages maybe I've been sending to the man. This is a business that we stopped like 3 years ago or thereabout. So I don't know which of the customer that he said my attitude towards them. It's a very evil one to use because you are sitting down now before you my right office.
Okay, sorry.
I pay you for 6 years, Rashid. I never for once.
Hold on, Mr. Jackson.
Do anything against you.
So have you confirmed the exact amount that you are owing?
No, I'm just hearing. I did not know what happened. So I'm just hearing nobody send any note to me.
Okay, after giving you his resignation letter, how long has that been?
He gave me resignation letter on I think on the 15th or 16th of March.
Of March. From that time till now, you ought to have gone through his records to know how much then so that you can settle out the debts. Because if it's not one, you cannot employ staff for over 6 years without reviewing his
There was some
salary.
performance.
And you were also, excuse me, sir, because there are things that are you must motivate your staff.
Yes.
Motivation makes them to act more. But if there is no motivation, nobody will just want to wake up and be working endlessly and you'll be earning without them having that motivation. You motivate them financially, you motivate them with a word of encouragement and all that. Mostly when it has to do with field work and they interact with your customers. So if you let your staff feel biased or feel bad about their jobs, I don't think they can perform
No,
well.
no, no, no. Me and him, he's sitting here. Except he doesn't want to listen. We talk every time. In January last year, I called him and said, Rashid, start going out. Bring clients. Your salary will be reviewed to 90,000.
No, you're supposed to have reviewed the salary after how many years?
There was no
Let me
performance.
hold on. Excuse me, sir. You cannot compare. One thing is for you to have staff that stay longer with you with patience. Another thing is for you to have staff that perform with you 1 month and end the relationship. Who have this patience of working with you, understanding when your business is going up and having challenges. I think you put such person into consideration and invest more training, professional training, and all that. You heard him say he trained himself just 3 days. You can't engage somebody of field works and all that kind of the work that have to do with oil and gas for 3 days
I
training
trained
for
him.
how many years?
I trained him, madam.
But come what may, no matter the relationship you have with him, at least he's being employed. You are not blood related, and you have to put the record straight. Truly, you are owing him, and he have resigned, even though both of you did not part way in the way you expected him to part from you. Nevertheless, you are not still enemy. You are talking about him based on the good behavior he has exhibited all through the year he has worked with you. And he cannot castigate you before us now without having any good words about you. Otherwise, he cannot stay that long. If the place was not okay by him or you were not good towards him and his family, I don't think he will stay that long. For a staff to stay 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 6 good years, Nigerian that you have almost what is it called? Applicants are job prostitutes, and you have somebody that have worked with you for 6 good years, it's worth parting in a very peaceful manner. So we stand for peace, and what we should discuss now is the modality of how his salary and his pension will be returned back to him. And if you say the pension started 3 years ago, then there should be a proof. Of course, you cannot apply for pension when you are just a one-man show. You must have a certain numbers of staff. When you employ them, how many were?
Actually, I was the second staff to be employed, and we are up to eight at a point.
Eight.
Yes, all of them resigned one after the other. And after they resigned, none of them got their pensions.
Hmm?
All of them resigned one after the other.
How long did they work?
Some work for close to 4 years. The last person that resigned worked for close to 4 years.
Close to 4 years.
Yes.
And they were not paid their pension?
None of them were paid.
How did you know?
Yes, because some of them I still relate to them, we still call them state of. All of them.
So as at the time you was employed, already you have your pension whatever has already started reading.
Yes, that's what I mean.
So why is his son reading 3 years?
What I mean is that as for the past 3 years, it's just myself and him. That's what I mean. I'm not saying from the onset.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, from the past.
Yes.
So this recent 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, it has always just you and
Yes,
him.
just me.
Okay. Is it true?
It's just yes.
For the past 3 years, that's just between both of you. So you are going to be paid 3 years pension. Yeah. And what about the salary?
Now, I will look into it. I'll look into it. And
No.
it will be sorted out.
What I'm trying to say is the exact claim is.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I cannot ascertain right now. And once I get back to the office tomorrow or Friday, because this case was supposed to be for tomorrow, I told them I won't be available. Okay. And I want to be here myself, not to send someone. So we have to reschedule for today. So you can give me the claim, and when I get to the office, I'll look at them. I'm not here to argue with him whether I'm owing him or not. I want to hear him speak to me while he decided not to call me after he left and just take me straight to him. He has the right to do that, but I feel that the world is more bigger than that. Because when he was,
did you have is there any issue you have with him?
No, apart from the fact that though if he said I didn't call him, there is no truth in that, because
you say
if he said I didn't call him after then, there's no truth in that, because I remember I called him to the third day when the customer requested for product, and I called him to tell him that please sir, kindly attend to this customer because I'm not no more in the company, so you assign somebody to attend to them so that they can service them. But later that day, after supplying the customer, his reaction to me that day, I was surprised because he was angry, started shouting at me, didn't even allow me to explain myself before he banged the phone. And I see that, okay, maybe he doesn't want to talk to me.
After that, have you sent text or request? Okay,
no, when will I
pay?
Not, because from my antecedents that there are people who left like that they called severally for you to pay them, but you didn't pay.
You should have made an attempt. If yours will be exceptional, or you cannot just join the crowd and be alleging person. They say it's not a fact.
No, I'm not basing my fact on that because I was a witness to it. That's the reason, because all these people left in my presence.
And that is their own business. Individual differences. Somebody maybe have a better offer, may decide to leave. Somebody want to relocate, may decide to leave. Somebody venture into personal business, may decide to leave. There are so many reasons why anybody can resign. If that doesn't mean the company is bad or your employer is bad.
That is my mistake.
An African youth, some of you should learn how to be on your own. Be independent. Go to a place, apply for a job, work, mind your business. Just mind your personal business. You must not merge with anybody too. But that is what my boss. What if the person that have no good character? Do you think your boss will be okay with the person? Yeah.
I accept my own aspect.
It hasn't got into that. There was no any objection, no argument, no issues, and you just have to land here. Anyway, Mr. Jackson, thank you for honoring the invitation. Just like you said, you look into it, give you a copy of his claim. You look into it. If actually that is what you are owing him, you will just take the. If you want to pay him via this office, no problem. If you still want to maintain the good relationship both of you have had in the past and you want to pay it to his account, you let us know. So that's so we'll now have a final resolution of this matter.
Well,
are you working elsewhere now?
No, not yet.
You know, some of you will do good thing, and at the end of the day, you will end it with bad.
I'm sorry, I did not cut you short. Like I said, I just need
to be patient.
I just need to hear from him.
Give a notice. I'm going to resign in 2-3 months' time for social reason. This is the reason why I want to resign. Mostly when you know it's only you and him, and this is when he needed you most.
I've discussed it with him, and I let him know in December when I talked to him. But though then I was having financial challenges, and I let him understand that this, by not getting my salary on time is really affecting me and my family.
Not getting on time, even if you work here, you may not even get your salary on time. It's applicable to everywhere. Federal government is owing, and they still delay. Even police that arrest people, federal government delay their salary. Not getting at all on time is different from not even being paid.
And during COVID-19, I did not get the salary. During COVID-19, the only time he did not, maybe, I don't know whether he calculated or not, was the month that we were at home. Every other month during COVID-19 period, that we're not doing anything, he calculated the salary. was paying him, and I never complained. I was telling, it was you I was telling. I'm not saying this to impress anybody. I have my reasons for asking him to stay. You said I did not review his salary. My reasons were that this was his performance. But I told them there were three of my staff in other business, not in NATO, because I'm into real estate and other business too. I told them why I asked him to stay was because there was something on the pipeline that I said he has stayed with me. Someone has stayed with me, Merit has stayed with me. Those three set of people that I was already building a house for. I was telling them outside, and I'm saying this here. So that was why it was very painful when he came to me that day and said, 2 weeks, we did not talk about it and you are leaving. It's part of the reason why when he came in January, I said, calm down. I'm working on something. I am a believer. I don't intend to be wicked to anybody. Aside that, the fact that we are doing a corporate business, there are things that we do. He can tell you now that it was because of time that they were. Even I asked him time to time, how grown is your child? There are a heap of clothes in my house that time did not even permit me to be to the trip. So that's why I said, let me come to here. Is there more to it? We just floated that particular business. He know that I needed him. I said, oversee, things are about changing. And he just walk up to me and say, you are going. I said, well, if you are not waiting, there's no point waiting for 2 weeks. But at least he will have come. When he was leaving, I said, Rashid, you remember that you are not doing anything much for 3 years. I'm in you. Why will you do this now? He said, well, he doesn't see future in the organization again.
This is my future.
Yeah, yes, the same thing now.
Yeah,
Same thing. So that he doesn't see his future in the organization again. I said, okay, at least you will have come and said, we will meet after now. That is what life is. So it's a cycle. I can never be wicked. It's not a matter. The person that is talking about, that is not the issue we come from. I don't want to talk about it. Because if a staff collected loan and refused to pay the loan back, what am I supposed to do? So no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about another person. So actually, life is not so. This place that you brought me to, they can't kill me. Do you understand?
We don't kill people here.
But I am surprised at this age that after working with me for 6 years, you are bringing me before human rights on no issue that we discussed and there was argument.
Anybody can act ignorantly. That is what human being is all about. You understand? And you heard that he has been in touch with both the past, the present, and the future staff that will come to the place. So all that, I mean, affects most staff's mentality and how to take decision. Nevertheless, I don't think he sees you as an enemy. And a situation where the country is so hard, everything is hiking every now and then. When people don't have money at hand, they can move on to act funny at times. But nevertheless, you say, are you still willing to go back?
I'm presently in school. I'm doing another master's.
You are doing masters. Where did you get the money from?
No, I have aunts and
I have uncles and aunts that is spending. What a good uncle and aunt is sponsoring on top of this. That is good. All right, you had what? Can I have? The total figure you claim now is 700 and what? Let's see it again. Let them get a copy of this for you, please.
Just only this picture.
Yes.
Okay. I would appreciate if you can give me a breakdown because some of the analysis of saying I asked him to withdraw money, spend some, return some to me.
Okay. What you do?
To give me a comprehensive.
Take your time. Give a comprehensive breakdown. Send copy to his WhatsApp line and to our office here. Yeah. Just the same way I was asking you because we asked, he's owing me 180,000. How? 3 months. He's owing me pension. How? 6 years. Then you had now that it's 3 years. So you have to minus 3 years pension of 6 years. 6.5 years. Yes. Then 3 years plus 3 years have been only you and him. So you minus 3 years, then you have 3 years and a half. So you calculate that. So you are still going to have a summary of what you arrive at. You send to him, then you send a copy to us. Then After looking into how long are we going to expect your response?
But I'll be back by next week, and before end of next week, I should be able to give you the response. It's not a problem.
It's alright. Okay. You wish to come back to the office of your phone?
No problem.
Okay, then I'll give you a number where you can maybe have a WhatsApp chat with, if that is okay.
Can I call?
You can call, but what about the details? Because you are to, if you conclude, you are to state when you pay the salary. I need an undertaking form. This is what it is now. Then when he have is a breakdown, he will send it to you. Probably you can have a you can compare whatever she is claiming there. Mr. Barrister, are you satisfied? Oh, sorry, barristers. Are you satisfied? You know, we always like to shout and act. It's the nature of going to court and shout. Okay, you.
No, my reasons for coming is what I when I say it and I check the record, I'll tell them when we'll be able to make the payment.
Let me tell you what. There is a said that who fights and hold somebody down, do you move? Yeah, that is life for you. In as much as you are in the business, the only thing that will make you move forward and succeed successfully, give what is for Caesar to Caesar and give what is for God to God.
You don't even need to preach that.
I have, I don't have. When you have, you say you don't have, so be it. You understand me? So if you have had a good relationship with this young man for the past 6 years, he live without stealing your dime, your kobo, your machine, your customer and everything, he share the grace and want to live. Whether he live now or he live 10 years to come or 1 million years to come, he is not part of the director, neither is he shareholder of the company. So he must definitely live one day. However he live. And who leaves you when we prayed and somebody is departing out of you? You know, we cried when you go out of some relationship, out of business relationship, personal relationship and all that. But you don't know what God is departing you from. We only see with physical, how we feel, our emotion. But do we see beyond why that person depart from you? No. So in all things, give thanks to God. So don't bother her.
It's not that he's leaving. It's just for him. Somebody work.
I understand the notice. It's something I do feel it that customer even staff work with you for 2-3 months and say it's just
my place, the last place where I want to work with. There are some things that should be done with decency.
Once they agree,
I'm not bothered that he left.
Is the short notice on how he lives.
He has come to my office several times that day. He never said anything, and later was waiting his money. Is in my place that you are going to?
You are Yoruba,
and you are here.
Mr. Jackson.
My character with people.
I think it's okay. I don't. You started as a gentleman. Why do you want to end like a lawyer again? I don't like that. You are Ugbada. Ugbada is not Yoruba name. I'm sorry. You are Yoruba. And you. That is the nature of Yoruba.
I know.
They will take you to the middle of ocean, drop you, and go back. They are the one that ride you with canoe to that place, so they will drop you and that. They can be excuse me, sir.
They don't like
no, I'm not. No. That's not what I mean. They like progress. They can serve you, but they will disappoint you at the last minute. I'm not an Igbo, you see?
In every
So
tribe,
in everything, every tribe have that issue. But I'm telling you, Yoruba can disappoint at the last minute.
I have worked with a multinational company before. All the drivers are elderly people, Yoruba people. But they will tell me, Oga Jackson, don't disclose anything you want to do with a Yoruba man.
I'm not talking about confidential. I'm talking about
No,
disappointment.
yes, we are saying the same thing. That they will stab you.
They will not.
This is
Stabbing
a guy
is
that,
different to say
sir,
I am going to
every
not
step
tell
I
you.
take, he knows. Every single step. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Every business I want to start, I call you and we sit down to talk. If I'm lying, tell me.
I know it's painful. Such this thing is painful.
It is God that will judge both of us. You are a Muslim, I'm a Christian. If
no, we are one God.
I
never see. I never even see where we are one God.
I never discriminate him.
There is no Christian Muslim there. We are one God. All right, Mr. Jackson. I know how you feel. At least it's past. Then let the bygone be bygone, and let's have a think of the future, which is brighter and better for all of us here. You just write that you are going to review whatever the details of his claim sent to you thereafter, and get back from her to return this money. All right, thank you viewers for being with us. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center. He said I'm married to Yoruba and say Yoruba.
I'm married to Yoruba too.
You see, he's married to Yoruba. As your wife disappointed you. There are exceptions. Okay, then my husband is also an exception. So we'll have an exception as here. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day. We'll be with you in a